Hello, hello. You guys were live from Mexico. Live from Mexico. So, um, great to see you. Hope that you'll hang in with me. I've got a short video. Hang in with me, okay? Uh, just want to talk to you a little bit about this project I'm working on. I'm down here. One of the major reasons for me to be down here is to do this down here, to take the time to just focus solely on this. We're creating a course or a program for dads in recovery, so sober dads. Part of the process is me talking to as many sober fathers, fathers in recovery as I can. So I'm here to tell you a bit about the project, but also to request some help. I'm having a bit of trouble to get guys to talk to me. I don't know if I'm having trouble getting guys to talk to me, but I've had 20 some guys talk to me, and I've gotten a lot out of it. But I want to do 50. Like, I really want to make sure that if we're creating a course, for dads in recovery, about fathering, about being a better dad, about understanding parenting and fathering better from a man's point of view. If we're creating that kind of a course, I want to make sure we've got the details, that we're doing the right thing, that we're on track. I mean, my story was, I became a dad at 24. Imagine, I was just a baby. Became a dad at 24, and I was like the worst pick in the world, literally the worst pick in the world. And how I ever, just by the grace of God, and a real strong desire for me to become a great dad, that it seems to have worked out. I have 3 kids now, and how do I know it's worked out? Well, they all talk to me. I'm interviewing dads who are estranged from their kids, dads that have older children that they don't talk to, and I'm like, how could that happen? What went so wrong? And so I want to be able to help men, to the number one thing that I hear men saying, the number one fear that I hear men saying is that they're afraid that their kids are going to turn out like them. Wow. The pain point is that my kid's going to become an alcoholic or an addict, well, statistics tell us it's damn near assured. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So I want to create this course that can help men to be more present, more involved, more, what is love? A lot of times men say, well, I want, what I really want, I want my kids to know that I love them. Well, I hear you, and love is an action word. Love means we go to work, and how much time do we get to spend with our kids, and what are we doing? So I want to have this available for men from a man's point of view, and from a man in my case that has 40 years in recovery and 3 grown kids, and we've also broken that chain of addiction. That goes down through the family, generation after generation. Now, if you've been around as long as I have in recovery, you know that, lots of times young people are coming in and their mom or dad was in recovery, and that's a damn good thing, or their uncle or grandparent was in recovery, and that comes out that they grew up in the rooms, or they grew up knowing the recovery story of their parent. So anyway, I need some help. I need you guys, if you think this is a good idea, to create this program, and you want to have a piece of it, you want to be part of it, you want to add to it, I want to talk to you. So this little interview that I'm going to do is not public. It's not aired. It's not live in a sense of online. Nobody will see it. It's just between you and I. And I record it so I can go back over it and look for the details and take the notes out of it. This, creating, what I'm hoping to create, what I'm planning to create, will be about 8 or 10 modules. So it'll be over possibly 8 or 10 weeks, this program, with 12 to 15 hours of content. So my end result, I want dads to become confident in their journey as a father, and I want dads to, I'm imagining heal the relationships with, often the broken relationships with mom, because I'm just so shocked at how many dads I'm interviewing who are not with the kid's mom, and sometimes things have gone a little sideways there, and so we've got to try to heal those relationships. So heal relationships, right? And then how do we be as a dad? The questions that men are asking. How do I discipline? Yeah, it's a tough one. Because sometimes we're carrying shame. Around how we haven't been present in the past, but kids. What I'm understanding is kids just want our time, and more than that. But that's a big thing, and not as a Disney dad, but as much as we can be there consistently. I talked to one fella who's he spends time with his kids, but not like every 2 weeks. I think he spends 4 days or something like that. But he talks to them every day. Every day, he's even bought them phones so that he can communicate directly with them every single day. He's involved in their lives, and that's that's a big deal. And so those kind of things, I want to encourage men to be the best dads that they can be. And I don't know that there's a more important job. And it doesn't matter where we are in the cycle. If our kids are growing up and there's been damage to the relationship, I want to support dads in healing those relationships. Because those relationships go down generationally. So if there's a break in the relationship, it's up to us. How do we rebuild those relationships? And that may take time. It does. There seems to be a long period of rebuilding often. But if we're dads and we're having new children, the question is, how do I do? How do I be with them? How do I? It's just so real, right? So those things. So dads in recovery, tell me what you think of it. Like, make a comment. If you watch the video, like it, make a comment. Say, yeah, this is a great idea, David, and hey, I know somebody. Message me directly, I'll leave my phone number with these. You can text me. You have somebody that I could interview and talk to about this that you think might have something to add to it. So that's my request. Love from Mexico. Mexico's great. I'm down here in a little town called Progresa in the Yucatan Peninsula, and it's quite beautiful. A little cool, they say, for here, but cool's like goes down to about 20 at night if we're talking Celsius or Fahrenheit or whatever it is. It's not that cool. It's pretty nice, and been in swimming and sailing, and gonna get some dental work done. Just happy to be down here doing this. So love you guys and need your support on this. Get back to me, really give us some thought. Who do you know who's a father in recovery? It doesn't matter how old his kids are, where he is in the cycle. I want to talk to him. And that's it. And comment, say something, and be part of this. I'm really stoked to have found this project, to just kind of came, it's like, wow, I can make a difference here, and it is really, I have what has been described as a zero to hero story. When I started out as a dad, I was the worst possible choice that I can imagine. I really was. My dream was that when I got big time in jail, I was going to learn to play the guitar, get in shape, and write a book. Like I didn't see much of a future. It was deep in my addiction, deep in my alcoholism, and had been since I was a teenager. Like 14, 15 years old, so being a dad has actually been maybe one of the best things in my life. It's lifted me up out of that. It's been a motivator. So, all right, love you guys, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Okay, cheers.